Getting asked a problem-solving question really gives you the opportunity to shine in a job interview. And that's how you show an employer what you can do for them. And those are the kind of people that they like to hire. Hey, it's Don Georgievich here with Job Interview Tools. And today I want to share with you my simple 4-step process for answering any problem-solving question using the STAR behavioral method. So the next time that you're interviewing for a job and the hiring manager asks you to describe a difficult problem and how you solved it, you'll be well prepared and ready to impress them. So let's say that your interviewer asks you, how you solved a problem in your last job. Now, although the interviewer asked how you solved the problem, what she really wants to hear is how you worked with a team of people to tackle the issue. She wants to know how you approached the problem and the steps that you took towards a resolution. Now, she also wants to know what you learned in the process. So, for example, the first thing you want to do is choose a story from your past where you were faced with a difficult situation. For example, the time that I had to step into a leadership position, or, maybe the time I missed an important deadline. Then, in step 2, create a framework around your story. For example, when or where does your story begin? What was the problem? And what did you do about it? And how did it all work out? For example, the time I was working at ABC Corp and I had to deal with a customer who was being charged for incomplete work and how I had to patch things up to keep that customer happy. Then in step 3, what you want to do is put your answer together using the STAR method, where you explain the situation or the task, not both, then discuss the action that you took. What did you do? And then finalize your answer with the result of what happened. So when you put it all together, it might sound like this. In my last job at ABC Corp, my team lead was promoted to a different division, and I was asked to step into a role to take over as the new team leader. After being in the role for just a few weeks, one of our customers questioned some of the work that we had previously delivered. After doing some investigating, I learned that 2 of my coworkers had been dishonest with our clients. They were charging them for incomplete work. It was terribly embarrassing for me and our company. So I took the complaint to my superior, and he discussed it with both coworkers, and, they were immediately terminated. It was then my job to make things right with our client. I met with them on several occasions to review the entire project to make sure that everything else was done correctly. After much deliberating, we agreed to complete the project at a huge discount and vowed an event like this would never happen again. They were not pleased, but they took us at our word that this would never happen again. And today they're still a client, and now I'm a lot more comfortable dealing with situations like this. And then in step 4, you just practice it over and over and over until you can tell that story a variety of ways. And never practice it by reading it from a script, because that's just going to make it so much harder to say all that when you're in the job interview. Now, here's a little tip for you. You should also create a long and a short version of your answer so you're prepared to give extra detail when interviewers want it, but you'll always want to lead with the short version that provides a brief overview of the events. And really, that's all there is to it. Now it's your turn. Think about a time that you had to work with difficult people or accomplish a difficult project or a task. No story's too small. You might feel that the problem you faced is kind of insignificant, and hey, you might be right. But skipping the question is not an option. So if you have to, take a small story and stretch it into a bigger one. And you always want to set up your answer using the STAR behavioral method, where you describe the situation or the task, not both, and the action you took, and then, the results you achieved, kind of what happened. This question gives you a great opportunity to show that you're a creative and capable problem solver. And ideally, you should have at least 2 or 3 of these stories ready to share at any time. And try to keep your answer related to your work experience and avoid stories from your personal life because they don't carry as much weight with the interviewer. And be concise, but keeping your answer to less than a minute. If your interviewer wants to know more, they'll just ask you to elaborate. It's better to give them the short version than the long one. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching today. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to get notified every time I release a new video, then please subscribe. And one last thing. If you haven't figured it out by now, there's no script here. This is just me showing up as if you were my dearest friend and, sharing with you stuff, about interviewing that I know works. But if you were to ask me, say, Don, I really want to take things to the next level, then I'd say, well, you have two choices. You can either go slow or fast. And if you want to go slow, you can download this guide right here for free. You can get this from jobinterviewtools.com/top10. This will get you started with the most common interview questions. But if you want to go faster and you're ready to ace your next interview, then don't leave anything to chance. I mean, you know that you can't just show up for a job interview and expect to nail it. I mean, you know that. But you have to give yourself an advantage. So if you would like to learn more from me than I can share with you in this video, then I encourage you to grab a copy of the complete interview answer guide. And you can do that from jobinterviewtools.com. And you can download this book. It's like $50 and it's got over 140 different questions, and it's going to show you how to answer all those questions the right way. It's got over 40 problem-solving questions in it, STAR behavioral questions. This book is also available in audio and video. So if you like to learn by watching videos or just listening to audio tracks on your phone, this is going to be perfect for you. Now, if you're old school like me and you want the physical hard book copy, you can get that too. So I have it in all different ways: ebook, audio, video, and hard book. And like I said, this book is going to help you pass your interview faster. It's going to really accelerate things for you. So that's really all I got for you. I wish you the very best in your next interview. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way you get notifications every time I release a new video. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.